Welcome to episode 311 of the Confidence in the Klutch podcast with Donald Nelson on the Confidence in the Klutch network. Thank you all for supporting the show. We ain't got no life accusers as a teacher today. We getting right into it, baby. The uniforms were ordered. It is what it is. Ain't nothing happened. We couldn't get gold. We had to get black. That's the only thing. Due to the nationwide rules is whack on home colors. You got to have white. Stupid shit. All right, y'all. Let's jump into it. First thing is I want to talk about all these innocent people that's getting shot. Like, you try to figure it out, and like we got Ralph Yarrow down in Missouri, Kansas, right? Kansas City, Kansas. If I'm not mistaken. Went to the wrong door, tried to go in the house. White man shot him through the door, then popped him again, and people wouldn't help him. That shit just, I didn't even want to talk about it last week. You know what I'm saying? But, that wasn't the only incident when that happened. The brother's doing okay. He's making it right now. Of course, he got recovery, but he's making it right now. Then on the East Coast, I might be mistaken, like upstate New York, maybe, a young lady drove in somebody's driveway and somebody popped her from the house, because she drove in somebody's driveway and was backing up and turning around. That's crazy. Then down in Texas, a girl mistaken the car that she thought the one she was getting into was hers that looked just like it, and somebody jumped out and popped her and her friend. I don't get this shit. Gun control won't fix these shootings. That ain't got shit to do with that. That's coming from people feeling threatened by others because their asses are scared. I don't know if it's the environment with the politics. I don't know if it has to do with coming from the pandemic and with everything that's going on, but is it the media fault with portraying black people, brown people, the youth? All these were young people. None of these, all these just seemed like they was teenagers or early 20s. I don't understand. These older people are so scared of people. Man, these kids are kids, man. Even the toughest, the most thuggish, ruggish bone, little kids, you can make them smile and laugh. You just got to know how to do it. It's a gift, man. Everybody ain't just super hard and on that, man. But, man, that's sad, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit going on, man. But, on a positive note, I believe all the people that did the shooting have been apprehended by the boys. So, you see something, you say something. Shit. Glad they all their ass. I just wish they wouldn't have did it, though. Because I think some people have died in these shootings, man. So it's just unfortunate. Thoughts and prayers to all the families, man. You know what I mean? That's what I say. All right. Snowfall. Series finale. It's a week later, almost. I didn't like it. It was drawn out a little bit. I understand the people that watch TV in different ways and shit, but it's man, I just didn't like the way the ending was to me. But it closed chapters for all the characters, and if you look at it, Leon is the only one that made it out his way to a certain degree. Remember, he told him, man, I don't give a fuck who y'all got to get this dope. Call anybody. We got to get this dope. So we don't know if he's still serving or not. We know when Franklin asked him, he was like, marriage is hard. So we know LaWanda was moving back to Africa, but we also know Sissy gave her the shelter. So that'd be something else. I believe they said the spinoff is going to be with LaWanda and taking care of the shelter and helping people out through the crack epidemic in Los Angeles. So we'll see. But basically we know what it is. They turned Franklin to his father. He despised his father. He didn't like the thing his father's did. He didn't like the pain he put him and his mother through. He vowed to never be like that. And those things that you shun, you soon see he will turn into. That was just a hard pill to swallow. Frank was too smart to go out like his father. You know what I mean? But his father was that smart as well. At least they didn't make Franklin a fiend. That's one thing to say, right? I know he was depressed and he had anxiety, but damn, over that money. You know what I'm saying? His mind was too great to just turn into the alcoholic, but you seen him at the bar when he took that shot. He didn't want to. He kind of knew genealogies in his bloodline already. You've hit that first sip, it's over after that. But I'm like, y'all let alcohol take him out, or was it greed, right? Depending on how you want to look at it, you look at it simplistic. Once he took a sip of the alcohol, it is what it is. I said I wasn't gonna let this happen. Once with this light shit. he took the alcohol, but it was greed. We know it was greed. He became a monster, but it's, at the end of the days, when it comes to these shows, you want to start rooting for your heroes, and Dog was like our hero, even though he turned into a killer, all types of other shit. He still was our hero, though. You know what I mean? I'm thinking because of the way he went out, I just don't like the portrayal of our black man. I know he was a murdering, drug dealing, son of a bitch, killer type of motherfucker, dope dealing, whatever. I know everything. I'm cool with episode 609 if that would have been the ending, just because we didn't have to see him break all the way down. And because my thing, like, remember I said he's a hero. He could have just took $1 million from Lee and turned into the family man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was smart. He had real estate. He could have did something else. He could have went to school. Like, I don't get that. And people say it was realistic. How? He had too much money for it to be realistic. You can't say the ending is realistic. This motherfucker lost $73 million. That shit ain't realistic. Not for somebody coming to take it from you, but, Teddy and everything that happened with that is what it is, man. Teddy owned him. So no matter the money you make, somebody else owns you and the money you made. Shit. So the Veronique shit, I understand she had to make a choice for her child. Didn't want her child and her growing up in that situation, especially once he choked her. I get it. I just wish we could have. It can't be politically correct to do the right things now, like we didn't have political correct things going back in the days in the 80s and the 90s. Like, I just don't like I think he could have worked it out with her too. Like, everything could have worked out, man. I'm not just blaming it on her mom. Her mom was just shiesty. They was con artists, and that's what the fuck they did. I'm like, man, he choked her, and she didn't want to live that life. That's just what it is. But Franklin could have apologized. I mean, I'm just saying, y'all. I think it could have been a lot better. I know he choked her. It wasn't good at all. But she came out of nowhere and fucked his world up. You know what I mean? To a certain degree. Is it safe to say she had him on some bullshit that he might not have been on if he wasn't fucking with her? I'll wait. So the dopest part of the episode, Leon came to check Franklin, and they like, who is you, cuz? And he's like, man, I'm 46, fam. I don't, you know what I mean? So, and I don't even know how, I didn't think he said he was 46. He said he was something, because Leon ain't that old. Like, so dopest part of the episode is Franklin and Leon walking through the hood, and they was shooting the movie. So we know that was Boys in the Hood. Shout out to John Singleton. So, I mean, Franklin earned that money, though. You know what I mean? Like, he earned that money, and that's the thing. I get it, but the shit is Louie's fault. She get to survive, but she got to live in fear and on the run the rest of her life and shit. I don't know about that. I mean, now we see the acting, the writing, the shooting, cinematography wise. The episode was fucking amazing. Not Idris Elba, motherfucking Damson Idris put on a clinic in acting shit, man. And like they said at the end of the thing, it's for John. So overall, man, a great series. As black people, we want to compare and contrast. Power has 6 seasons. The Wire has 6 seasons. Snowfall has 6 seasons. All 3 different shows, 3 different eras. So you can't compare them. If anything, Snowfall goes into the Wire era. Wire goes into the Power era. So if anything you want to say, they're sequential in their arising, and they're all right here. Like, there's no comparison. Like, they all great shows. Like, you can't say, nah, like, that's fine, but they all 3 great shows that had their minutes when they were bogus and the minutes that they were strong. It's just, it seems like to most people, because it's been so long ago, that The Wire didn't have no weak moments. That's what it seemed. But then they say The Wire, whole season 2, with the Irish shit at the docks was whack. I liked that season. I really did, because it showed how the dope got in there. I like that. Let me know in the comments, man, what y'all think, man. Shout out to everybody on Snowfall. All right. NBA playoffs, man. Oh, this is what I hate about the playoffs. So much shit happens so quick. It be so much shit. Like, we got dated ass shit, but, my opinion is my opinion. When you record once a week, I'm assed out. Like, Maybe I need to record twice a week. Maybe that's something we need to know. Let me know that in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you listening to this, if you're watching on YouTube, let me know. You know what I mean? Don't nobody want to listen to no dated ass shit, but this is how it works for me, baby. All right, so Draymond got suspended for that game, right? It's over with. They done came back and won the damn game. So I ain't even no sense of talking about this shit. You know what I mean? My thing was the whole talking to the crowd shit when it came to it. Nobody said nothing about the crowd talking to him, right? The crowd can't get no fucking technical. But the crowd was egging him on. Is he a professional basketball player supposed to show control and restraint? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm with that. But remember, DeMontis grabbed him, so I think in not going to check on DeMontis and getting with the crowd got him suspended. Fuck all the previous shit you did. This is the shit that you could have handled right then and there that you didn't do. I get that. So, whatever. Nick Nurse, Raptors parted ways. Ime Udoka was hired by the Rockets. You know, please let them get Wembanyama. Now, I just need, and I'm not saying anything, but I need Ime to win because the way Boston did him, did the players and him, I didn't like that shit, man. I didn't like that shit. You know what I mean, they could have handled that internally and fired him and said, you tell them why you got fired. You know what I'm saying? We just released him. They ain't got to say shit. Their organization. But they had to out the black man. That don't sit well with me. That don't sit well with me. All right. What happened? Lauri Markkanen won most improved player. Malcolm Brogdon won sixth man of the year. I think the rookie of the year is tonight. And we know Paolo gonna win that shit. So, all right, let's jump into these series, man. Game 2, Bucks came, beat the Heat. Game 3, the Heat won. And then game 4 last night. Oh my goodness, man. Jimmy fucking Butler. Now game 2 and game 3, there was no Giannis. Game 2, the Bucks let loose. They had they made 25 3-pointers, which is tied for the most ever in the game. Right, a shooting clinic. Then in game 3, the Heat just wore their ass out. They had 6 players in double digits with no Giannis. Points in the paint and bench points, the Heat murdered the Bucks. But last night win 119-114. Jimmy fucking Butler, like Sir Charles say, had a career high and a franchise high for the playoffs with the 56 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists. Giannis had 26, 10, and 13. Brook Lopez had 36 and 11. You can't waste a 36 and 11 Brook Lopez game and lose that fucking game. Butler had 21 in the fourth quarter against Giannis, Drew, and Bobby. Them the people that was holding him, with Lopez playing drop coverage or going under the picks and shit when people come in the lane and drive on them to give them the jump shot. So you had that going on, and he still ate like that. Like I don't understand how that happened. Jimmy was just hitting though. The Bucks are bugging because how do you let a 14-point fourth quarter lead turn to you being as much as down as 7, G? Like, we got to get younger, athletic 3-and-D wings because our older cats, man, their age is showing. Like, because now we got to win 3 in a row. And you think Jimmy Butler going to go down to game 6 in Miami to shut out the number 1 team in the league, number 1 seed in the conference, and shut them the fuck down and beat them? You think he coming back to Milwaukee for game 7? Y'all got Jimmy fucked up, right? But at the same time, Jimmy had to put up 56 in order for them to win that game now. Now, Bucks winning 3 in a row, that's tough, but not impossible. This would be a major failure, and Coach Bud may lose his job for this shit. But this is why I'm like, damn, I wish Ime would have waited. Like, you might be able to come to the Bucks, Ime, but, you know, I can see us getting somebody like Frank Vogel, Nick Nurse, because they all won titles before. Man, my man from LA, the assistant coach. But would they put that? We need somebody with had coach experience and all that shit. Damn, what's my man from the Lakers? Fred Hamby. Shit, what's his name? I gotta get this shit right. Hamby or some shit like that. Man. I can't do this. Yeah. Phil Handy. My fault, y'all. Yeah, Phil. Big Phil. So, another chance for Don Staten and Becky Hammond. So, it is what it is, man. The Heat had 8 more defensive rebounds than the Bucks. The Bucks took 8 more tray balls. You do the math. You know what I'm saying? You do the math. Long shots equal long rebounds. We got them, we gone. Because Jimmy had a couple breakouts. Fourth quarter, the Bucks were 9-27 from the field. The Heat was 13-18. Do the math. Brooke had 11 in the fourth quarter. Jimmy fucking Butler had 21. Giannis, Drew, and Chris had 6 points total in the fourth quarter. Do the math. Giannis, for the game, was 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Do the math. So for Giannis, it had to be his back and trying to avoid contact. The reason he wasn't getting to the hole. But, man, all that shit is why we lost the game. And Jimmy had 56. You know what I'm saying? And Jimmy had 56, cuz. All right. We'll be all right. Got Cavs Knicks. Jalen Brunson. He was doing some of this shit last year, but I know they gave Lauri Markkanen and the thing, but shit, he might not be most improved, but man, he needs some type of award. You know what I'm saying? He needs some type of award. Let me see. Whew. Is he a top 15 player in the league right now, Jalen Brunson? Man, it's tough. If we got 2 guards, if we got 6 guards, is he one of Is he one of the top 6 guards in the league, man? I had to think about that though. But basically, they lost the second game to the Cavs, right? Game 2. That's when Jerry Allen had that stupid ass foul on Julius Randle when Julius Randle shouldn't have been in the fucking game, and Julius Randle ain't been playing the same ever since. Could he be hurt? So then game 3, the Knicks won. Knicks killed them points in the paint, fast break points, bench points, dominant quarter. You know what I mean? Game 4, the Knicks won that 102-93. Jalen Brunson had 29, 6, and 6. Donovan Mitchell had 11 points. Niggas. Julius Randle had 7. Yo, come on now. Julius Randle has to get in the post a little bit more and can't settle for J's, man. He can't settle for that. Get some and ones, all that shit. Get in the pick and roll, all that shit. Knicks offensive rebound 17-7 led to 21-12 second chance points. So that's it, man. So Knicks threw up 3-1. We got the Celtics and the Hawks. Celtics won game 2. Hawks won game 3. Celtics got to game 4. Tatum has been consistently balling in this series. DeJounte Murray will be suspended for bumping. He is suspended, I should say, for bumping a referee after the game. Like, I understand you get mad, DeJounte, but man, when you get to the point when you're walking up on the referees with your fist balled up and shit, man, come on, B, it don't look good, right? So, you got to sit down, and now they probably gonna go home tonight. That's game tonight. So, but it's just Tatum, the Tatum show. It's Tatum. Man, it was funny as hell last week when Shaq and Chuck was making fun of D. White's hairline. They did that, brother, man. Just crazy, man. And I wonder with Jaylen Brown, he's helping the C's right now, but how much is the hand hampering down his performance because he can't heal? He can't sit down and chill. We know during the regular season, he would have chilled a little bit more than that shit healing, man. 76ers Nets, game 3, 76ers bust that ass, and B deserved that flagrant foul for kicking dog. I would have been cool with a tech, though, instead of the flagrant. Claxton got the tech for walking over him, then Claxton got that second tech. That shit was just, that's bullshit. That was too much. Then James Harden got the flagrant 2 for flailing his arm and hitting somebody in the royal family jewels. Like, man, that was a hard game. But, no suspensions. That's what I wanted. That's what happened. In game 4, got him up out of here. Philly won the series. No Embiid. Man, Tobias Harris played his ass off, 25, 12, and 1. And that's it. Shit. That's it. Next for the Nets is try to figure out how to get better with what they have, right? Trade some of them cats and get something back. West Coast. T-Wolves, Nuggets. Nuggets won game 2. You know what I mean? Anthony Edwards had 41 that game. My problem is is Karl Anthony Towns washed? He had 10 and 12 that game. Is it because of Rudy Gobert there? Like, does he settle for too many threes? Is he a finesse player? Shit, let me know. I'm like they traded a whole bunch of help for that team away for Rudy. Rudy is doing his damn job. But Cat, man, he got to help. In game 3, the Nuggets won again. Denver dominated in points in the paint. Bench points. Cat absolutely showed up and dominated that game. He played well, but Ant-Man is outplaying them. In game 4, the Wolves said, fuck that, we're not getting swept. They ball. Jokic had 43, 11, and 6, though. Anthony Edwards had 34, 6, and 5. The Wolves bench points, offensive rebounds, second chance points. They kicked the Nuggets' ass, but Cat has to play like a top 5 player for them not to get gentlemen swept tonight. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy that Rudy and Cat almost have the same numbers averaging. How? Rudy Gobert is not the offensive player that Karl Anthony Towns is. So I don't understand what the fuck is going on with that, Karl. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know about that shit. Get it together, Cat. Suns Clippers. Game 2, Kawhi balled out, but that was it. We ain't seen Kawhi no more. Russ been balling. Game 3, Book put his shit on the table. 45, 6, and 3. Westbrook is showing his worth. He had 38 and 12. 38 and 12. In game 4, Westbrook had 37, 6, and 4. KD had 31, 11, and 6. No Kawhi again. The Suns out-rebounded the Clippers 49-33. The loss of Kawhi is huge right now. We're seeing how great that brother was. They're playing him way too many minutes in them early games just to win. With him, the Clippers win. Without them, they're going home. Like tonight, they're going to the crib. Like, they're not finna win in Phoenix to extend the series. Paul George can't miraculously come back. He got to wait till the next series. Ain't no next series. We got to say next season, PG. Grizzlies-Lakers, game 2, the Grizzlies won 103-93. AD had a 13-8 game. He cannot get outplayed by Spencer Tillman or whatever with his career high of 22, 13, and 3. Like, the Grizzlies did that shit without Ja. Dylan Brooks talking shit and all that shit. That shit was dumb. You know what I mean? But we get to game 3. Then AD showed up. Ja showed up too. 45, 9, and 13. AD had 31, 17, and 2 points in the paint. The Lakers killed bench points. The Lakers was one thing that popped out to me. When Ja was doing all that jumping around and shit, and he hurt himself at the end of the game, the Lakers knew they had a 5-on-4, could have won the score. Classy as fuck for not shooting when Ja was hurting and just took the team shot clock violation. Ja murdered in the fourth, though, but Lakers set the tone in the first with a 35-9 lead. So we get to last night. Desmond Bain had 36, 7, and 3, and the Lakers won 17, 111 overtime win. Bron had 22, 20, and 7. That's his first 2020 game of his career. Lakers bench points 28-19. Grizzlies second chance points 24-12. Yo, Bron took mad charges, like he was getting up under him. Ja finna take off. I'm finna slide right here. Ja, let me ask you this, man. Can you please stop just jumping crazy like that before you really, really shorten your career and hurt some shit, man? Like, because them surgeries, man, sometimes they don't heal right, Ja. We just want to see you forever, Ja. Ja had 19. He was 8 for 24 from the field, 1 for 6 from tray ball land, 4 or 7. Here go another one of these bullshit-ass AD games every other game. He had 12, 11, and 2, 4 13 from the field. Come on, G. Come on, AD. This every other game shit has to stop. The Lakers are up 3-1 in the series. I look for them to take this shit out tomorrow in Memphis. For our money, possibly the Kings Warriors is the most exciting series. We talked about the Dre shit before. We ain't talking about that shit no more. Game 3, the Warriors win 114-97. Steph had 36, 6, and 3. Fox had 26, 9, and 9. Looney stepped up in Draymond's suspension with 20 rebounds, 9 assists. Game 4, the Warriors did the same thing. It was a closer game, 126-125 game in Dre's in Dre's return. De'Aaron Fox had 38, 9, and 5. Steph had 32, 5, and 4. Keegan Murray came off the bench and showed that what that shit is really like. He had 23, 7, and 1, 5 and 7 from the tray ball land. Like, yo, Steph locked up Fox on that last possession, as he should, because he played good D. Steph been playing good D for the last few years. Dre coming off the bench was a gangster move. Might be the move to extend the series and win the series. Because now we got 4 guards with Loom Bone, right? And now we doing our thing, man. So it's all good. Listen, Series prediction, Kings in 5 ain't happening. I had Kings in 5, Lakers in 6, Suns in 7, Nuggets in 5, 76ers in 4, Celtics in 5, Knicks in 7, Bucks in 6. That ain't gonna happen. Bucks gotta go 7, and that Warriors shit gotta go 7, y'all. All right. One time if you find, baby. Where she at? Shit. All right. Quick ones, y'all. Let's get into it. Alexa and Facebook can remotely turn on the mics and record your conversation. That's it. Got to delete the Facebook app off of my phone, and I mean I got to delete IG. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, no, you can't do that. The Alexa shit, I never liked that shit. No, I've been unplugged. That shit ain't plugged in. I'm not doing anything illegal, but it takes for them to record one time you're disciplining your child or something, or having an argument or a discussion with your mate, and the AI picking up something and it turns on, and I'll wait. I'll wait for that. Can somebody tell me what is this tear the paper ceiling bullshit that I'm seeing? It's like, so they saying you should get a job or get paid like you furthered your education and got degrees. So get a job, a degree could get you without it? Is that what that shit is? Let me know in the comments, because why are we devaluing education? I would rather somebody go to plumbing, electrical, healthcare shit, technical shit, car shit, carpentry, music shit, whatever you can go get with that associate's or that technical diploma. Like, I want to go to Milwaukee Area Technical College to get my audio engineering degree so I can audio engineer and do that shit for the rest of my life as a revenue stream. So why are we devaluing education? Just want somebody to go be an apprentice and they not getting all the game and knowing how to run shit, and it's going to take them longer to get their own shit. I don't know that shit. I ain't with that. Fox got over on Dominion, if you ask me, because it didn't expose them all of the ways that they could. There was no apology. There was no open testimony that we all know about what went down. Fox still gets to act the way they've been acting. They just got to tone it down a little bit. But they paid a hefty price for not having to out everything and what the fuck is going on, right? Jonathan Majors, publicist, longtime management, gone. And some movie houses that's dropped him from some movies. Yo, due to more allegations from women who he's accused him of abuse in the past, what did this brother do to get all this shit to happen? Like, how did he skate this long? Who covered up for him? That's what I want to know. There's some bullshit, though, for him. He got to figure it out, man. You losing shit, bro. You're losing shit, bro. Self-control, bro. All the time. Yo, you stupid-ass people that care about what another man does with his dick is crazy, yo. Like, I don't understand this. The same people that care about what gay people do, who cares? Like, Chance the Rapper is a grown man. I understand the culture of where he was at. He was at Carnival. Like, y'all seriously don't think his wife knows where he was, what it was about, and what he will be doing? And maybe I was slipping somewhere. They said his wife was the one filming the shit. So why you got a problem? You know what I mean? What's wrong with Queen? Queen got it under control. Because how does she allow him to go to the store for tampons and pads, right? If that's the case. It's funny how this misogynistic bullshit goes on, or this toxic femininity and all this shit that happens. Like, come on, man, get the fuck out of here. Like Nas said, telling my chicks who I was dancing with like I was fucking. Hey, on that Nas album, baby, like, for real. Like, nah, man, like, if the lady didn't get mad at him for smacking her ass, wasn't nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Moving on. Colorado, Buffaloes, football, spring game. Last year they had 2,500 people there at their spring game. This year they had 45,000 prime time. Deion Sanders, baby. I was listening to First Take. Stephen A. had a point. Or I was listening to, maybe it's either First Take or Stephen A. podcast, No Mercy. Instead of hating and lambasting his move to Colorado like so many black people did, Prime put the spotlight on HBCU coaches that when you building things down there, people will recognize you and they will come get you, that you ain't got to coach at HBCU unless you want to stay there. If your goal is to move up to get more money, more prestige, better access to better things, he showed you how to get it done. African-American coaches getting more looks in Power 5 conferences is not a bad fucking thing. Right? Tank versus Garcia. That counter hook in the fucking second. When he caught his ass and dropped him, oh, I ain't know if Garcia was gonna get up from that shit. Garcia has not felt that type of power, first of all. And he like, hold up, cuz, just fired me in my shit. Like, hard. Then a body shot to the liver rocked his whole inside in the 7th round. It's a wrap. Dog thought about it for a second, like, hold the fuck up, man. Blood out his nose. Oh, man. Brutal. Brutal. But it was calculated by Tank. The sweet science of boxing, baby. The sweet science. Let me know what y'all think, man. About any of these quick ones, man. Anything else I said, man, y'all lucky. Because I'm tired as hell. Staying up late for all this basketball, this ain't the way to go. I can't wait till these first round games done. I can't conference semifinals where sometimes we only got one game a night or some shit like that. Because I'm tired of staying up. But you know how I stay up only when TNT had the games, really, because I want to watch Inside the NBA. Thank you, Charles, Kenny, Shaq, EJ. Like, thank you. Shit, I got to watch y'all shit. I be tired as hell. I'm tired now. It's all good, though, man. Thank you for the love and support, y'all. Keep everything thorough. It's Confidence together. It's Klutch together. You know what I mean? Listen to and follow the network on various platforms. ConfidenceInTheClutch.podbean.com. Wherever you listen to your podcast, search Confidence in the Klutch. Follow, share, rate, and review is important. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at K&K for as long as I keep that app on my damn phone. Visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Klutch, man. Weekly, Donald Nelson, Deezy, Deez Us, Deezos, Don P, Don D, Donrilla, host Confidence in the Klutch podcast with Donald Nelson, the Confidence in the Klutch podcast about sports, entertainment, music, culture, religion, politics, and society. Have a safe and healthy night. You listen during the daytime. Credit great day on purpose, y'all. We out this bitch. Peace. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3 and the Klutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
4, 5, 6.
In the Klutch.
Confidence in the Klutch.